Hey guys, I'm Gerard and I'm bringing you the top 5 games heading our way in May 2013. Just a quick note before we begin, I'm based in the UK, so I tend to go off UK dates whenever possible. They're not always accurate and they may differ slightly to the ones in your region. Anyway, here we go. At number 5 on May 24th we have the PC, PS3, Xbox 360 and Wii U re-release of the 3DS title Resident Evil Revelations. The original release had the privilege of being one of the only Resident Evil games in recent memory not to be considered total garbage by any sane human being. I know there's many out there, myself included, who gave this portable outing a miss the first time round, so hopefully they'll do a good job of this port. That way we can get a nice little reminder that once upon a time Resident Evil was not synonymous with buyer's remorse. Okay, so number 4 is a bit of an oddity. Supposedly on May 31st we're going to see the artist formerly known as Overstrike, now simply Fuse, come to the PS3 and Xbox 360. I say supposedly because we've seen almost zero hype or marketing for this title on the lead up to May, which is usually a good sign a game's either going to get delayed or cancelled. It's a shame because what we've seen so far is actually quite promising. A team-based third-person shooter with meaningful character abilities and heaps of customization options. Admittedly, that's a promise many games have made in the past, but very few have ever managed to deliver on. But this project is helmed by Insomniac, aka the minds behind the incredibly popular Ratchet & Clank franchise, as well as the slightly less popular Resistance trilogy. So I'm willing to give them benefit of the doubt. Well, at least until we're told it's delayed, which is a very real possibility at this point. At number 3, funnily enough hitting on May 3rd, we have the Sony-published Soul Sacrifice, coming to the PlayStation Vita. I played a demo of this the other day and I have to say I was extremely impressed. It certainly takes a lot of inspiration from Capcom's Monster Hunter franchise, but it is by no means the shameless knockoff that many of us expected it to be. It has quite a lot of unique mechanics, as well as its own very disturbingly macabre art style. And while the voice acting wasn't exactly stellar, I strongly believe that its ostentatious approach to dialogue may very well be its most compelling feature. I doubt it'll ever be the industry darling it is over in Japan, but at the very least it is the exact sort of high quality first party title the Vita desperately needs right about now. At number 2, on May 10th, the UK will finally be seeing the PS3 and Xbox 360 release of Persona 4 Arena, a heavenly fusion between RPG giants Atlas and the fighting game luminaries at Arc System Works. Yes, that's right US viewers, a game you got back in August we are only just getting now. And as it's the only region-locked PS3 title in existence, there has been no easy way for us to get around that little discrepancy until now. Anyway, featuring many key characters from Persona 4 as well as a few older veterans from Persona 3, Arena promises not only to be the fast-paced and accessible fighting games that Arc fans expect, but also a gigantic visual novel that carries on from the events of Persona 4, as well as maybe laying a bit of groundwork for whatever comes next in the franchise. I know I'm excited, so expect to see me online on day 1. Right after I finish this. Should probably get started on that. And finally, number 1. On May 17th, expect to see the release of Metro Last Light for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and PC. This is the sequel to Metro 2033, an obscure shooter that came out way back in 2010, and which also happened to be one of my favourite games of this entire generation. The series tells the story of an alternate history Russia, where nuclear fallout has forced humanity to build a new society in Moscow's extensive network of train tunnels. The original was a masterclass in storytelling, prioritising world building and nail-biting tension over the generic run-and-gun gameplay we've come to expect from the genre. By all accounts, Metro Last Light seems to be following in its forebear's mighty footsteps, which is why I'm so excited for it and why it's my number 1 game coming out in May 2013. So until next month, do svidaniya.